Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to our Sip and Share, our virtual hangout where we're going to share with you everything about the coaching opportunity, why we love it, why you will too. We'll talk about the compensation plan. We'll talk about our community, and we'll make sure that after you hear this, you leave without any questions. But should you have questions at the end, we will have an opportunity for you to ask them. So feel free to use the chat below to ask questions as they might come up as we're talking. And we're excited to have you. So cheers. Let's do our virtual cheers here. Whatever your beverage of choice is, mine happens to be our pre-workout drink, Energize. I'm drinking lemon. So anyway, cheers to you, whatever you've decided to have at our Sip and Share. I've got a presentation, which I'm going to pull up now, and then you will get to meet our other beautiful host, Krista Hunt. So let me share my screen. Get my presentation up. Come on. There we go. I'm like, what's happening? Why does it always do that to me? All right, guys. All right, your host tonight, I am Courtney Bell, and I'm going to give you a little bit of an introduction of myself, then I'm going to let Krista introduce herself to you. I've been a coach for almost 7 years, which is crazy to even think about because it's just has gone by so fast. There's been so many different amazing ups with this business since I first said yes. And one of the things that I love so much about it is that as you grow and evolve, everything else really grows and evolves too. But I said yes for me. I'm a former college athlete. I had been looking for a fitness routine that I could commit to. But since becoming a mom, I was having a really hard time making time for me and not feeling incredibly guilty about it. Working full time, my son in daycare full time, just getting to the gym and putting him in more daycare was just not something that my heart felt really content with. So of course, like I'm sure some of you other moms can relate to, everyone else's needs were met. And I just sort of ignored the one thing that I just knew I needed for me. My story is not really a weight loss story. My story was lacking energy. I woke up tired, I went to bed tired, and sort of that for me paired a little bit with wanting something else for me with the fitness side, but also to supplement my joy in my career. I was working full-time in education, and while my job might have been somebody else's dream job, it just wasn't mine. And I felt very trapped because I needed to work. We needed the income. I, liked the idea of it being a very 9-to-5 where I didn't really take work home. So when I came home, I could be really focused on my family, but there was no growth environment. I was hired with the notion that you're overqualified for this job, but it's yours if you want it. And living in a small college town at the time, I was afraid I wouldn't have another job. So I accepted that knowing that it would bore me to death, and it pretty much did. So coaching for me came at a time where I needed to work on myself, but I also had the opportunity to grow in an area, to learn something new that I didn't know anything about. I had never even done a Beachbody program. I just saw some friends on the internet working on themselves in their living room while their kids ran circles around them. And when I learned that they were also earning income by helping other women do the same thing, I wanted to learn more because I thought maybe this could be an opportunity for me to either cut back on the job that I just wasn't bringing me joy, or maybe it would be an opportunity someday to actually bring me home to my children for more time. I wasn't chasing being a stay-at-home mom. It just wasn't something that was really that I wanted. I wanted a career for me, but I wanted more time. I wanted more flexibility, and I wanted more than 1 hour a day. So coaching was so many different pieces for me. It gave me back my passion for fitness and allowed me to fall in love with that piece. And it also allowed me to help others grow and to help others reach their goals, which in turn did bring me home to my kids. And I was able to say goodbye to that teaching job that did not bring me so much joy so that I could have time freedom just to decide when I wanted to work, how much I wanted to work, and not sacrificing that time that I could be with my kids. So that's my story, and I'm going to introduce Krista here so that she can share her story.
Hi, everybody. My name's Krista Hunt. I'm actually coming up on 5 years of being a challenger here in June. And I started because maybe my story might sound maybe similar to yours, maybe not, but I was 4 months postpartum with my son Eli, and I was chasing those pre-pregnancy genes, right? Like that was something that I really wanted. But what I really wanted when I became a mom is I knew it was time for me to draw a line in the sand, and I knew that I needed to fall in love with myself for the first time ever. I grew up in a loving, wonderful home, but there was a lot of insecurity and lack of self-confidence that I saw, and I felt like that really shaped me at a young age. And I can remember as a 13-year-old sitting on my mom's bed, and it was about to be summer, and I had my head on her lap sobbing that it was going to be swimsuit season. And I knew as I grew older that I needed to change that narrative, and I needed to help myself fall in love with my body so that when I did have kids, that wasn't repeated. I was not an athlete by any stretch of the imagination, you guys. I really did not have a background in anything with this. I started and stopped so many fad diets and so many, fad workouts. And when I didn't see results quick enough, I jumped off. I found the most success when I had a trainer at the gym holding me accountable and expecting me to show up for my appointment. But truth be told, when I had my son, I couldn't afford that anymore, and I didn't want to be away from home, similar to Courtney. And so I reached out to Courtney, a stranger to me on the internet, you guys. I had followed her for 2 years and followed her journey and been super inspired because we had one mutual friend in common. And when it was my time, I reached out to her, and I instantly fell in love with not only the simple fitness and simple, straightforward nutrition, but the way this community made me feel from the inside out. I started to believe in myself, believe in my worth. I no longer thought I was just that normal, everyday girl next door who had no story and no business helping people. I realized that there was power in my story, and I wanted to help others who probably felt like me, because you guys, there's a lot of people that feel like you and you don't even realize it. I wanted to help others who felt like me fall in love with themselves for the first time ever. And coaching just seemed like such a seamless transition for me. I was a full-time school counselor up until last year. Coaching did bring me home to my kids to be able to spend more time with them, to be able to help people thrive. That's what I loved most about being a school counselor, the opportunity to work with young women and help them, create the best life for themselves that they could. And coaching allowed me, number one, to stay accountable to my own journey of fitness and nutrition, and always continue to love myself so that my children saw a happy, healthy, joyful mom, but to help others thrive right out of the comfort of my own home.
And I think one of the parts that you've probably heard Krista and I say throughout that conversation was the community and like the teamwork piece. And for all of us, when we get started and we start in challenge groups, we're going to walk through all of that here in a minute, but the piece that really keeps us all together is just the accountability of the community that we have, because while we all might have started for different reasons, we all stayed around for the same. And it's because these programs helped transform us in some way, whatever that reason was that you were seeking when you said yes, when you leaned in. But the community really is everything. It's a safe space for you to be able to share your story, to talk about, what you're confident in, what you're lacking confidence in, without any judgment. And that starts in your challenge groups, but it also continues on through the team pages. What I loved so much about this company, which I have no background in network marketing prior to this, I have no background in sales, which I'd imagine is the truth for most people. I saw an opportunity for growth, and I also saw an opportunity to be part of a team that was all working towards the same mission of just leading their healthiest, happiest life, whatever that looked like for them. For me, in my normal, day job that I had, there wasn't that common core mission. We were there, yes, serving students in a higher educational setting, but we were kind of working in silos and doing our own thing. And so when this came into my life, it was like the first time since I was a college athlete that I felt we are all in this together. Like, it's not, Krista versus Krista and me, we're all doing this together. And it's how can we help you reach your goals? And we all play a part in that for each other, which for me was eye-opening compared to where I had spent the last 10 years in education. So we're going to jump into our presentation now and talk you guys through, I'm going to first talk about fears and objections, and also explain to you a little bit about like what is Beachbody in the background. And then Chris is going to talk to you about the role of a coach, what we do, and like our basic daily tasks. She's also then going to talk about how we earn income by helping others. So explaining our sharing versus selling model, and then also how social media plays a role in all of this. And then I'm going to tell you how you can get started. And at the end, if you have any questions, make sure that you can type them in the chat as they come up, and we can come back and answer them. Or you can unmute yourself at the end if you'd like to ask a question. No question is one that you should not feel comfortable to ask. We are fully transparent in everything that we want to share. The purpose of this presentation is to give you information, or to give you the confidence or the courage to just lean in. These are things that Krista and I listened to before we said yes, and they just helped us understand exactly how everything would work. All right, so let's first talk about fears and objections. So we like to address like the kind of elephant in the room and the common fears and objections that you might feel before you got on this call, or maybe somebody on this call has invited you before and these are the things you automatically thought about. I want to let you know that you're not alone. I don't know that I could think of a single coach that didn't have at least one of these 4 fears before they said yes. But truly, fear is just, the definition of fear is just when you don't really know how the story is going to end. And leaning into things that scare you is a great thing, not dangerous things. This is not a dangerous thing. This is just something that you maybe aren't super familiar with, and we're going to help you through that. So one of your fears or objections might be you're worried what others will think about you, the judgment from other people. And that's, you know, I think we all felt that. And sometimes it might even be like your closest friends and family that you're worried what they will think if you're somebody who's selling something, right? And that's where we really help you understand that this is not about selling, it's about sharing. We do not want you to be salesy on social media or at your family's barbecue. That's not what we want you to do. We want you to share your story, and we'll talk about that. Another fear and objection is, you know, low following on social media. Here's the thing, you guys, we all have to start somewhere. Most of us, when we first started using social media as a tool to connect with other people, didn't have large followings either, because we weren't using social media in that capacity. But as we began to share our story and connect with other people who had similar interests as us, our social media following began to grow. So you shouldn't have a large following probably before coming in, because you haven't been using social media in the capacity to share your story. You've maybe been using it to stay connected with friends and family, which you will still be doing. All of that is part of the whole piece of what we do. Your newsfeed is not going to turn into a whole sales page, because we don't sell, we share things. So don't worry about the low social media following. We will help you with that. But again, at the beginning of everything, you're really going to stay focused on helping people that you love and care about the most, not just trying to throw things out on social media. Social media is just one tool to help you expand your reach, but it's not the only thing that you're going to learn. People will say, I don't know what to say, my life is boring, or I don't have a story. I didn't feel I had a story either. I'll be completely honest. When I first signed up, I thought, you know, my thought in my head was, I've always been the fit friend. I've always been the friend that people viewed as leading a healthy lifestyle and being really fit. So why, like, now I don't want to promote just weight loss and weight loss tools, because I needed to look at how would I share my story as it would relate to the people that already know and love and trust me. And for me, I didn't look at my story as for what it was now. I didn't realize that you didn't have to just be exhausted as a mom. I didn't realize that, you know, you could have something more for yourself. You could take care of yourself every single day and not feel guilty. I started to believe some of the lies I was telling myself. So we all have stories. We all have one. You may not necessarily know what yours is yet, but you will learn it as you go and as you start sharing your journey. Some people might say, well, I'm not where I want to be and I'm not at my goal weight, so therefore I'm not ready to be a coach. I want to remind you that you are enough as you are. Not everybody, you know, gets started for a weight loss goal or for their end goal. And we'd encourage you not to wait until you finish the whole book before you share about it. We want you to share about it as you're going through it. Let people read the story as it's unfolding. That's how people build trust with you. They don't want to just see all your successes. They also want to see the things that were challenging for you, because it's important that we be very relatable and we share our journey as it unfolds. It helps build trust with other people and allows for them, when they're ready to lean in with you, they know your story so that you can help them with theirs. let me talk to you a little bit about Beachbody and how we got started and just kind of what it is. So Beachbody has been around for 20 years. We're not a new company by any means, but we continue to evolve, which continues to keep us in a growth space every single year and also very relevant. Beachbody was born from DVDs and VHS tapes and direct sales. If you think back probably to like late night TV, you might have seen a P90X infomercial or an Insanity infomercial or Turbo Jam, which then was 21 Day Fix, or PiYo, which we still do see them now. And actually I'm seeing more of them now than ever with the stay at home and lots of more people on TV and not as many commercials being aired. I'm seeing a lot of it. But so our founder had an idea to create fitness at home, but intense fitness at home. They laughed at him. They thought he was silly. And he said, I'm doing it anyway. So he connected with, places like QVC and other places to advertise. And Beachbody was born from direct sales. That's how we started. You purchase something, it comes into your home. That's what direct sales is. In 2007, the Coach Network was born, which is what we are. We are part of the Coach Network. And the birth of that simply came from a message board. I always think of this as an example, but when my oldest son, when I was pregnant with him, I was on babycenter.com, and they had these message boards that I belonged to, and you'd go and ask questions and people would answer your questions, but we were just other pregnant moms. The Coach Network was born on the Beachbody page. People would purchase through direct sales via an infomercial or wherever, or maybe they got the DVDs or the VHS from their brother's basement and they dusted it off and they started using it. But they'd have questions about meal plans, and they'd have questions about modifications or about their goals, and they would ask questions and people would answer their questions. So our CEO was like, wait a minute, there's a real need to connect people to people. What if we created a coach network where every time somebody orders something, direct sales, they are automatically assigned to a coach. This way, they have one person responsible for helping them connect them into our community, but also answer their questions and to build a relationship. And what we noticed was that when we did that, people got better results, because there was a higher level of accountability, somebody that truly cared about them, but also a tracking system, plug them into challenge groups. And of course, all of that has really evolved through social media, because now with social media, we typically run our groups like on Facebook, but we also have our non-social media platform app that you can log into and host your challenge group. And what this does is those people who purchase through you in order get access to your groups, which creates that community. People have that space they can plug into, and that's a different level of accountability. Connecting to social media really helped explode our business, because now we took emails and phone calls and maybe meetings in hotel lobbies to social media. So we were able to share our stories on social media, which connected us to more people, which easily connected them into Facebook or wherever else, because they were already communicating there. So social media became a huge tool in network marketing. And then we went digital. So we got rid of the DVDs and the VHS tapes, which VHS has been gone for a long time. And we advanced ourselves digitally. People want to have convenience and easy access. So that allowed people, when they're traveling, as long as they had internet access in their phone, they could log on and get their workout done literally from anywhere. This created, again, another expansive growth for us, because we took away the need for equipment, we took away the need for any barriers, and just allowed people to log in one easy app and have everything that they needed right there. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to Kristen now. She's going to talk about the role of a coach.
All right, the role of a coach. I'm really excited to talk about this part of our presentation tonight, you guys, because I am a firm believer that being a coach is why I have continued on my fitness and nutrition journey and my journey for growth and positivity almost 5 years later. It was very quick into my first challenge group that I decided that I wanted to become a coach and that I wanted to pay it forward to other people. And I think what's really cool about this opportunity is your number one job, for lack of better terms, is to lead from the front and to be on your own journey. Now, that doesn't mean that it's a straight, path to success. There are ups and downs and twists and curves along the way, but you, even as a coach, are still going to have access to your coach and this incredible community to make sure that you do not fall off track and go back to a place that maybe you don't want to be. So number one, first and foremost, you lead from the front and focus on your own results and your own journey of being your best, healthiest self. And then you're going to invite others to join you. You are going to provide support for them one-on-one, answering their questions and helping them, determine maybe what meal plan is going to be best for them. But you are never alone. You have an amazing community, amazing team surrounding you that's going to help you along the way. You're going to naturally invite people to join you, because for me, I saw such great results, not just physically, you guys, and it's very important to say, not just physically, but mentally, that I walked into a room and people were like, what were you doing? Or what are you doing? I want to do that too. They could just see that growth. They could see me glowing in a different kind of way. And so naturally, I began to invite people to join me along the way. And when I did that and they decided to walk alongside me, if maybe you are already a part of one of our amazing accountability challenge groups, but maybe you're not. As a coach, you will provide these online spaces for support. And so when you help somebody get started with the fitness and nutrition tools that are going to change their life, they are now a part of your online private Facebook, or we have an awesome new app called BOD Groups. You will hold an accountability group with other coaches on your team to help support them. And this is really, truly where the magic happens. This is where we form some of the most amazing friendships. You are going to be able to share your struggles. You are going to have others that are going to celebrate your triumphs, and we do not let you slip through the cracks. It is our goal as a team to help our customers and to help our challengers find success in the way that works best for them. So how do we do this? What are going to be your basic daily tasks as a coach? You guys, coaching should not be your life. It's going to be a natural extension of your life, and it works for however it's going to work for you. We always say you are the CEO of your own company. But 1 hour a day of really focused, intentional work is what it's going to take to move your business forward and allow you to help as many people as you can change their lives. Our company has some amazing trainings and resources available to us, as well as Rock Solid, our Rock Solid team. We have lots of resources in our team page, but I like to follow what's called a business activity tracker. This business activity tracker lays out the vital daily behaviors that I should do every single day, or I always say 5 out of 7 days a week as a coach, to ensure that I am helping people get started with the tools that work best for them to meet their goals, and I am moving my business forward. This business truly fits into the pockets of my day. I am currently right now in my basement office. My kids just finished lunch or finished dinner, and they're outside playing with their dad. And I love that my kids see me working hard right now. They know that I'm helping change people's lives. And I can do that before they wake up. I can do it at nap time. I can do it after they go to bed. Whatever works best for me that day. And there's flexibility. That is key. If there's a time where I can't be plugged in right now and working, I can do that. I have the flexibility to create my own schedule. This business goes with you because you can bring it with your phone. And that's really, really awesome, especially in today's society. I think that flexibility is key, and the support that you have with your team, that you're not in this alone. And we have amazing resources to help you walk that path. All right, so how do we earn by helping others? You guys, I always tell my team, I will not ever apologize for earning an income as a coach, because we are helping other people transform their lives, but we're doing so in a way that allows you to create a real business opportunity for you and your family. Courtney and myself, our stories were, eventually coaching brought us home to our kids, but that's not everybody's story, and that doesn't have to be your story. In fact, more people on my team don't intend to leave their full-time jobs, but rather, want to pay for diapers or daycare or extra date nights for their husbands, or being able to, what I say, add to cart during quarantine and purchase things without feeling guilty. But there's a couple different ways that we earn income by helping others. And one of the first ways is through direct sales. We earn 25% commission of selling retail products. So when you help somebody get started with, the fitness program or the nutrition tools or an amazing performance line, you guys, we have so many different options. When you help them get started, you are going to earn 25% off the total cost of what their products are. We have our BOD subscriptions, which are Beachbody on-demand subscriptions, and those work a little differently than the products. So say if somebody is purchasing our Amazing Wellness Shake, Shakeology, or a performance line, and they're getting that monthly, you're gonna earn 25% of that monthly. But our BOD subscriptions work a little differently since they're billed out every 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. So you don't get a flat out 25% of that. You actually get a different percentage for the BOD subscriptions, and I think it's 40%. I know it's kind of blacked out right there, but 40% commission off that total BOD subscription every time it goes out. So if somebody has a 3-month membership, every 3 months you'll get that 40%. We also have a challenge pack bonus. Maybe some of you on this call got started with a challenge pack, which we consider our ultimate solution. It's your fitness and your nutrition solution, compared them to one. When you help somebody with that, because guys, that's where it's really at, you will get a challenge pack bonus, and that's going to be the amount of that you will earn is dependent on the price of the pack. And it starts anywhere from $40 and can go anywhere up to $100 based on how much that is. So that's that first way through the direct sales. But you guys, you're not just going to be retailing products. And I think that's what's really so cool. And one of my favorite things to do as a coach is to help my coaches on my team build a business. And by helping my team build their businesses, I am rewarded through Team Cycle bonuses. We have a binary compensation plan, which means you have 2 legs in your business. And once you achieve our first rank advancement of Emerald, which is 1 coach on each leg, so 2 coaches total, you will open up your business center to earn these Team Cycle bonuses. Every single product that we have in our product library is attached a volume point or a number of volume points. And everybody in your downline, so your coaches and the customers that they help and the coaches that they help, all of those volumes that are attached to those products are going to be combined. And when you meet a certain amount, so it's 300, 100 on one side and 200 on the other, you will earn a Team Cycle bonus. And that is going to be dependent on your rank in the company as well. And it starts at $14 for an Emerald coach. So every 300, you'll elicit a cycle of $14. As a Ruby coach, it's 16, and as a Diamond coach, it's 18. And this is where that real residual income opportunity happens. And like I said, one of my favorite parts is to mentor my coaches and to help them build their businesses. So I really consider this to be, that compensation that you're rewarded for helping build other leaders in the company. And it allows me to feel like, again, teamwork makes the dream work. You are not in this alone to just sell product. It really is a community. And the more lives we help as a whole, the better your business will be. And there's some other really fun ways to earn income through rank and different bonuses. We have quarterly bonuses. So every 3 months, the company takes the total sales in the network and takes 2% of that, and then we'll divide that up between ranks. So starting at 2-star diamond rank all the way up to 15-star diamond rank, you will earn a certain amount of that total sales. We also have some amazing opportunities for retreats and for Success Club trips. Our Success Club trip this year, unfortunately, was canceled to Punta Cana because of what is going on in our society right now. But you have the opportunity to earn those chances to take your family on a vacation and to be surrounded by other people in this community. And it's an incredible way that we are rewarded for first and foremost changing your own life and then helping other people do the same. All right, sharing versus selling and posting on social media, you guys. I think this is always such a hesitation that I hear, and probably one of mine too, is I did not want to seem as, like that I was a salesman. And once I got started, I never felt that way. Again, coaching is really just a natural extension of my life. And because I have felt so changed in my physical health and my mental health, I would love to scream this from the rooftops. And so I naturally share this with others. My social media, if you look at my newsfeed, it is not product after product after product. I use my social media to allow others to see a glimpse of what my life's really like on a daily basis, I want them to see how my life has changed. I want them to get to know me, and I want them to feel like they can trust me because I am them. I was that person, and I know how hard it is to get started. And so I really focus on sharing my story with others, not selling them a product. I am helping them change their life by sharing what's worked for me. I'm not selling them a product. And so social media is my storefront for doing that. And it has allowed me to build really authentic, genuine relationships with people who now trust me to change their lives, not sell them a product.
Sorry, guys. Keep clicking and it keeps pushing ahead. All right, so I'm going to talk to you about how you get started. And this is the part that I think really sets us apart from other companies, because we don't require you to carry like a certain amount of volume or product. Sometimes to get started in companies, you have to make a really big purchase in order to get started. Like, so that way you have maybe inventory to help other people. No inventory is ever going to be required for you as a coach. What you need to get started are the tools that are going to help you on your health and wellness journey. So if you're on here and you've not yet purchased anything, what we typically would encourage you to start with is a challenge pack, which is going to give you access to Beachbody On Demand. And if it's a specific program that you're starting with, like here's a picture of 80-day obsession, then you would do like an 80-day obsession pack, and you also get 30 days of supplements. If you're somebody that's already purchased a challenge pack before, you're already on your health and wellness journey, and now you've decided you want to pay it forward and become a coach, then what we have is to enroll. There's a $40 sign-up fee to enroll, but that is either waived at the time that you would enroll with a challenge pack, or it'll be reimbursed to you. So usually to enroll for most people, it ends up being free because you've already made an investment in the tools that you need, or if you're investing at that time, that $40 fee is just waived. We do have a $15 monthly business fee, which is actually your website. So it's a very nominal, small fee for everything that it gives you. It gives you access to all of our tech support and customer relations, also gives you access to tons and tons of marketing and training tools, and it's your back office that's going to house all your customer information. So when people order through you, it automatically stores in your office. So it helps you be able to organize where you need to send things and how you're going to get people set up. If you were to start your own website, you'd pay thousands and thousands of dollars. So you're paying a $15.95 monthly business fee. And then you also are going to save 25% on all of your purchases and orders. So you'll save that 25% on your monthly Shakeology or your Energize or whatever products it is that you're using that fit your menu for whatever your healthy menu looks like. We'll plug you into our team page, whatever page that is, plug you into a challenge group. And for many of you, you're probably already in a challenge group, so that's exactly where you'll stay. But you'll be welcome to your team page, and that's going to be where you get training from your leaders, from people inside your team on, again, the sharing versus selling, product information. You know, we've got lots of new launches coming up, so making sure that that is a space where you get all the things that you need so that you feel confident to be able to share that with other people. And then the last thing is to just start sharing your journey, where you are right now, exactly from today. Just start sharing your journey and invite others to join you. This is such a gift that you can give somebody to feel their best, to get plugged into our community. So you'll just start showing up and sharing your story, which many of you probably already are. I think that's the part that I always have when I have conversations with people that are interested in coaching. It typically comes up because they say, people are asking what I'm doing, and I don't know where to go from there. And that's when I'll say it's time for you to become a coach, because you're already doing it. You're already getting results using our tools and feeling amazing. Why not help other people get connected? While certainly you could refer them to your coach, why not lean in so that you can experience what we get to experience every single day too, to be a partner on purpose, to lock arms with others. The other piece I just wanted to mention on here is that if you are a veteran, active military, reservist, or the spouse of active military, you can have your $15.95 monthly business fee waived as long as you submit your military paperwork. So that is an incredible gift that our company does for those that serve us. So now I want to open it up. If anybody has questions, I don't know if there's anything in the chat. I'd like to give just a few minutes for that. If anybody would like to ask a question, you can either type it in the chat or You can always, after this, message whoever invited you on here. And remember, no question is a bad question. I think when I started, I had just shy of like 1.5 million questions. So we like questions. Questions help us know where you're at in the process, what you're thinking, and help guide us so that we know what your goals are. The questions always steer us towards knowing how we can best help you. Krista, anything else you want to add? Did I miss anything?
No, I think that's all.
Perfect. Okay, well, if we don't have any questions right now, I'm going to stop our recording. And thank you guys so much for hopping on and sharing your Thursday with us. Can't wait to see you over on our team pages. So bye, everybody.
Bye.